I have got some incredible news for you. You don't have to do anything. Not one single thing. You don't have to. If you're still lying in bed and for some reason you decided the first thing you would do is put in your headphones and listen to the Jason Wright Show, first of all, thanks. But secondly, you didn't have to. And guess what? For the rest of the day, you don't have to do anything. Now, chances are you're going to. You're going to get out of bed. You're going to brush your teeth. You're going to start your day. But you don't have to. Every time you decide to get out of bed, eat every single day without fail, every time you get out of bed, it's because you decided to. You didn't have to, but you decided to. Now, there were certain rules and obligations that life has thrown you that make you believe that you have to do those things. And to keep your job, yeah, you should probably get out of bed. And to not be seen as just kind of a complete lazy schlub, yeah, you should probably get out of bed, but you don't have to. But I hope you decide to. And you don't even have to go to work today. You really don't have to. No, that's up to you. You will decide whether or not you're going to go to work. And if you do, there's a whole other series of decisions that you get to make. You get to decide whether you're going to be light or darkness in your workplace. You're going to decide whether you greet people with a smile or greet them with a frown. You're going to decide whether you're going to just do just enough to get by and just get through the workday and not get yourself fired, or you're going to be able to decide whether to crush it and to just stand out, not because anybody's watching or not because you're looking for a promotion, but just because you decided to come. So you just decided that, well, since I'm here, why not do the absolute best I can, because that might be kind of cool. But you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to go home tonight. You can just stay at the office if you want to. Just sit there till the next morning. You don't have to go home. Now, I highly recommend that you go home, but you don't have to. But should you decide to go home, and I hope you do, then why not decide to be fully present in your house, with your children, with your spouse? I mean, you decided to go, so why not decide to be the best version of yourself while you're there? Here's the point. We take so many things in life for granted. We think that because we end up on this autopilot, just kind of zoning out and just kind of coasting through life, because so much of life is just automaticity. It's just there. It's just something we do to get through the day. But here's the cool thing. You don't have to do anything. You decided to do every single thing that you've done since you got out of bed. And until you go to bed tonight and you go to sleep, you will be making a number of decisions, some big, some small, some completely inconsequential. But they're all decisions that you made. That's all life is. Life is the compounding of a bunch of decisions that you have made. And I want you to know this because I feel like there's so many people that I bump into, and I've fallen into this many times, where we think that our life is fixed. It's a zero-sum game, and where we are is where we'll be, and there's no breaking out. We think that whatever our circumstances are, they were all dictated by the decisions of others, and we just sort of fell into place where we are. And that's not true. You and I have agency. We have freedom to make decisions. One of the things that Viktor Frankl took note of whenever he was in the concentration camps during World War II, Viktor Frankl, the author of Man's Search for Meaning, was that he noticed that very few people tried to commit suicide. Now, these were people living in the worst of circumstances. They were horrible. I mean, it was like just a living hell each and every day. But most of them made the decision to live from one day to the next. Now, why is this? They didn't have to. They could have checked out at any time. There were any number of ways they could have taken their own life, but most of them decided not to. Why is this? Why do you decide to keep on living? That's because who wants to die? So if you've decided to be here, if you've decided to stick around, then why not decide to make the absolute best of it? Because you can. You're going to face obstacles. It's going to take longer to achieve some goal than what you'd hoped. You may not live in the house you want to live in. You may not have the job you want to have, but here's the thing. There are still an infinite number of decisions that you and I are free to make every day, no matter our circumstances. I mean, if Holocaust prisoners of war were willing to decide to stay alive and live another day in the hope that they would one day be free, then can't we decide to make the best of our freedom in this life that we have, and this job that we have, and this family that we have, and this home that we live in? It's all up to us to get to decide. But remember, you don't have to do anything. But I hope that you will decide to do a great many things. And when you make those decisions, go crush them. Improve your decisions always in all ways. You have that freedom.